All right, what's going on, people? Once again, thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of Wisdom Seekers University. All right? And right now, we about to get into this here. The main scripture is going to be, and Adam said, with the main scriptures, right? But the key scripture is going to be 24. All right, there's 24. Let me put it back on that again. The key scripture is right here. And it say, therefore shall a man leave his father and his mother, and shall cleave unto his wife, and they shall be one flesh. Now, everybody pretty familiar with that scripture. A lot of people are. And this is Genesis chapter 2, verse 24. But let's go right before that one. And it say, and Adam said, now this should be bone of my bones, flesh of my flesh, right? And she shall be called woman, because she was taken out of man. All right? So now, peep this. First of all, I don't even see how a man can be comfortable with the fact that it seems to be that a man is giving birth to a woman, first of all. It's something wrong with your reasoning for you to think that. So automatically, I find myself thinking differently from that. Okay, because first of all, Adam is male and female. All right? And another thing I want to point out is that this is a mythological story. All right? It's mythos. However you want to feel about it, however you want to cut it, I can prove it and back it up. So therefore, I'm not emotionally attached to it. So if you're emotionally attached, you may need to go to another channel, because this ain't the channel for you. All right? So now, understanding that Adam is male and female. And so this person basically is saying, hey, this child that we had, or whatever the case, if you want to look at it in the story form, is now bone of our bones and flesh of our flesh, right? Even though he said mine. Okay? And it says, because she was taken out of man. Okay, so there's a female that was taken out of man. And he said she be called woman. She shall be called woman, right? Which more people, a lot of people understand to mean womb man. Let me slow down a little bit. Womb man is a man that comes out of the womb. All right? Man can mean male or female. But Adam is a male and a female. Now, in 24, it says, therefore shall a man leave his father and his mother, and shall cleave unto his wife, and they shall be one flesh. Now, my understanding is that the wife is like the spiritual nature. You know what I'm saying? Like, esoterically, it's the intuition energy, the energy of thought process, deep thinking, things like that. You know how a woman just have a natural intuition, the wisdom. So that's what I look at the woman to be, the mother, so to speak. Okay? That's what I look at the mother to be. And the wife, that's what I look at the wife to be. All right? So now, without stretching this out too far, okay, this is my main thing I want you guys to understand, is that we know that all men don't have a wife. Okay? And so understanding this can't be the absolute understanding meant to take out of this, saying that a man should go find him a wife and they should cleave and they should become one, right? Even though, okay, yes, they should and all that, but it's impossible for you to become one with a woman. Like, it's impossible. Opposites are not the same. They can work together and create something greater, but in their natural nature, their natural state, they are not the same. So they can never be one. Okay? Now, when you have a child, you have this man and this woman coming together. Now, they are one. They are definitely one. You see? So, if you're looking at it logically, that's the only way you can really analyze it to get some understanding out of it. As far as me, that's the only way I can do it. I'm teaching, this is what I taught myself. So I'm teaching myself like, hey, wait a minute. You can't take it like this. You have to look at it like this. So now, let me follow up on my frame of thought. All right, let me frame my thought. Okay, so now let's go to the word, because I'm telling you guys basically that the father is the spirit and the mother is the egg, and you coming together as one person. All right, so this is what I'm telling y'all. So let's look up the word gametes. All right, the word gamete. Well, let me just show y'all some images so y'all can see what's going on. So you see the gametes. It's the sperm and the egg. That's the gametes. This gametes, all right? Definition of gametes. You see it? And they say gametes are the cells that fuse together during sexual reproduction to form a new organism. This lesson covers what these cells are, what they do, and the end result of when they meet. All right, so y'all be free to look this up. You know what I mean? I didn't look into this, so I'm just letting y'all know this is all from the dome. And of course, I've looked into different aspects of what they do and what they mean and all that type of stuff. But this specifically, I never looked into. See, they got a video, 3 minutes. Got other stuff. All right, but anyway, the main idea is that this is your spinal cord and your brain and all that. You see your spinal cord and stuff. You see, it's your legs. It becomes your legs and all that. Then you go into the egg and you get your skin and everything. See, this is all your cells, your pigment and all that stuff. Your skin, this the earth, this your womb. This is what you go into. Boom. You feel me? All right. So now, I just want y'all to see that right quick so you can get that visual together. So now let me get to the definition of what it means. Get to the main idea of what I'm talking about. All right, so now it's a gamete is a mature haploid, male or female germ cell, which is able to unite with another of the opposite sex in sexual reproduction to form a zygote. All right, these haploids, right, the male and the female germ, mature ones, right, they unite with another of the opposite sex in sexual reproduction to form a zygote. All right, so we become zygotes when the sperm go into the egg, it becomes a zygote. All right, boom. So now I want you guys to understand that a gamete means what? A gamete means wife, right? And then it says go to gameta or gamete, like 19th century, or like the 1800s, right? Is when they gave these names. But you see, gamos means marriage, okay? And gametes means husband. So gametes without an S means wife. Gametes with an S means husband, right? And gamos means marriage. So the husband, the wife becoming the marriage with the husband. All right. So now it says 19th century, right? It says from Latin gameta, from Greek gamete, meaning his wife, and gametes means husband. From gamos, meaning marriage. All right. So this ain't my words. This is what they saying. That's why it's important to look into this stuff. So now it let me know what that scripture is actually talking about. So let's look into zygote and see what this means right quick. Alright, zygote is a diploid cell resulting from the fusion of two haploid gametes, a fertilized ovum. Alright, so when the ovum is fertilized, that's when it makes a zygote. You see what I'm saying? Look at these pictures right here. Alright, you see that? This is how we made up. We made up with that. So let me show you what the origin is. Alright, so the origin means to yoke. So that brings me to another Bible scripture when it says be equally yoked. You see what I'm saying? So that's what it means when it's saying, like, when, you know, the sperm going into the egg, you're being equally yoked and becoming one person. Alright, so now let me show y'all some images right quick, which y'all see a few already, but I want y'all to see this. Alright, so this is how it starts off. What is a zygote? You know what I mean? So this is a zygote right here. This is how we all begin, people. So this is both sides of the hemisphere and all that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, y'all see it. Y'all see that. And I want to show y'all something else too. What I want to show y'all. I want to show y'all the electromagnetic field. Let's see. Magnetic field. Just to show y'all the similarities, you know what I mean? Here, images. You see? It's the same thing, right? You see how it's similar? Boom, you got your negative and your positive and all that. You got your two sides. It's all the same thing, y'all. It's all relative. That's what I'm showing you. All right. So it says, be equally yoked, right? Be equally yoked. KJV. Let's see. See, I ain't do that. I ain't type that in. I ain't type that in right. But it's still, it's a be you not unequally yoked together with unbelievers, right? It's a be ye not unequally yoked together with the unbelievers. For what fellowship hath righteousness with unrighteousness? And what communion have light? And what communion have light with darkness? All right. So it's a be you not unequally yoked together with unbelievers. So if it's telling you not to be unequally yoked, it's telling you to be equally yoked with unbelievers. All right. So that don't mean cast away unbelievers. You know what I mean? You got the unbelieving part of yourself. You see, you got the unbelieving part of yourself, and you have to get into balance with it. You have to balance it out. All right. And it say, for what fellowship have righteousness with unrighteousness, and what communion have light with darkness? You know? So you have to find that communion, man. All right. But that's the main thing I wanted to show y'all is that gametes means wife and husband, and that zygote means to yoke. And I think there is another scripture that touches on the equally yoked part, if I am mistaken. Let's see. It might be another one that mentions yoked. Let's see. Equally yoked quotes. Let's see. It's mentioning yoked, period. So take us to that same one. But yeah, y'all see where I'm going with it already. Just the main scripture that I wanted to show y'all about that there, which was Genesis chapter 2, verse 24. All right. And it say, therefore shall a man leave his father and his mother, and shall cleave unto his wife, and they shall be one flesh. All right. So they shall be you. You know what I'm saying? And it say, and they were both naked, the man and his wife, and were not ashamed. All right. Peep game. And it say, and they were both naked, the man and his wife, and they were not ashamed. So I don't know what y'all think they were talking about, but hopefully y'all got a better understanding of what I was saying. And let me show y'all right quick about male and female. Hold on. Say, named them Adam. Male. I'm killing these words, y'all. Male and female. All right, let's see. Y'all see right here it say in Genesis chapter 5, verse 2. And you see how it's saying, anyway, it says, male and female created he them and blessed them and called their name Adam in the day they were created. Hold on. Say it again. What? Say what now? It said what? It say male and female created he them. All right? Created he. This one person. This one person was them. Male and female was a he, and he was them. And he blessed them, right? With a colon, right? Blessed them. And called their name. Who name? Their name. Not his name, not her name, their name. Adam. All right? In the day they were created. You understand? They was created at the same time, male and female. Okay? He blessed them at the same time. He called their name Adam, according to the story. All right? For the ones that don't know. And they were he, and he were them. All right, man. That's another one for y'all, man. Peace. Have a great day. Stay up on game. I'll holler at you.